A huge moo to the herd and welcome to episode 4 of our Omnifactory playthrough. So, LVCEF. Until now you've been generating RF power with the steam dynamos. Well, it would have been if I'd actually installed it. But Gregtech machines require EU power. With your first circuit in hand, you're ready to build a low voltage CEF. The CEF is a special device that converts RF power into EU power. CEFs come in two sizes, 4 amps and 16 amps, which have 4 and 16 inventory slots respectively. Each slot in a CEF can hold a single battery. You don't need to put Gregtech batteries inside the CEF, but keep in mind that the CEF will be restricted to at most outputting 1 amp per battery inside if you do. With no batteries, they will output up to their rated number of amps as needed. So basically it will give me 4 amps if I don't put batteries in, and if I put 4 batteries in I'll get 4 amps, but if I put 3 batteries then I'd only get 3 amps. RF converts into EU at a 4:1 ratio, 100 RF becomes 25 EU and vice versa. If you ever switch over to being primarily powered by EU, a device called the CEU can switch from power from EU into RF. Okay, so I need to make a CEF LV and 4 conductive iron cables. So what do I need for this? Right, well, I need to add that in, save that. I only want the one. I just wondered why that was so high. So I need 4 conductive iron cables, which is that. I need the basic circuit, which is that, which is, I'm glad I made all those components now. Conductive iron, which is that. An LV machine hole, which is that. So it needs 2 iron. Any chest, conduit binder, well, we know how to make that, so let that in there. Add that one in. Red ally cable is that. That. Tin cables is a new one. LV machine holes, or casing, sorry. Add that in. Even though it says an aluminium wrench, it will take any wrench. Conduit binder already know. Conductive iron plates, gotcha. Red alloy wire, we'll add that one in. Rubber sheets we know. Tin wire, we know that. And conductive iron, now I've got to make sure the right recipe comes through, which is this one. Smelting that stuff. And that is that. Whoa, lots of clicking. And iron dust we already know, that is simply that. And tin plates, that as well. Perfect. So we need 46 iron, a chest, 4 tin, 10 rubber. So what I'm going to do is first of all cook up some more iron if I've got it. Yep, I'm getting a bit low though. I'll have to do some mining later on. But what I am going to do is I'm going to make another lumber axe, because hopefully our little forest has grown. It's now a ginormous forest. So let's kill the first tree, and that killed my lumber axe as anticipated. Ah, rubber, tree and saplings for days. It saves running around making plant balls up. Right, so we'll leave these trees here to grow. I won't replant anything. Oh, more stuff down here. Youch. Just get myself back up here. See how useful this hook is. So what do we get from that? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a bit stacks of rubber. Plenty of rubber wood. Don't know why I'm going down here. I think we're covered in terms of wood and rubber for the time being. How much? Right, so I don't need any rubber. Use that for plates. Sorry, I need 50 iron. That's taken care of. Conduit binder, I think I've got enough on there. Tin. Let's make some tin up. The thing is, and this is one thing that does catch me out on occasion, so I've been grabbing all these ingredients, but, oh, I have got them in my inventory. I was about to say, if you forget to include, if you've made stuff and don't include it in your inventory, your calculator will just assume that you don't have it. And I've, on a few times now, made stuff and then realised I've got all the components already pre-made. So, one thing to bear in mind. Right, so what do I need? 28 iron dust. Done. 6 copper dust. Also done. 28 conductive iron dust. So that plus that is that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Balance those. Drop that in. Balance those. Also done. 24 wrought iron ingots. Get those cooked up. 2 tin plates. That should be easy. I've got 2. And my hammer to turn them into tin plates. We're so glad when we get to machines. 14 conductive iron and 3 red alloy. Right, so we need to put that in first. And that as well. No point in them sitting down there. 2 tin wire. So I've got my freshly made wire cutters. 14 conductive iron wire. Can't make that until all of this is done. So I've got that, got that, got that. I need 3 plates. Where be my hammer? There it is. Turn those into wires. 5 rubber plates. Actually rubber sheets. And 3 red alloy cable. Ooh, I finally made the red rubber soft hammer. See, told you we wouldn't need to worry about it because we were making plenty of rubber sheets. It's another quest ticked off. 2 tin cable. Where is my tin cable? There it is. Done. Is that all done? Yep. So 14 plates. Done. And do we need to turn these into wires? We do indeed. And 12 wrought iron plates. Right, an LV machine casing. Do I have my wrench on me? I do. So that should be that plus that. Gives me the LV machine casing. And then 4 conductive iron wire. Is it 2x? 14. So that's not right. No, 4 2x. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Conduit binder. Do I have any? I do. See if we have to make it. 1 LV machine hole. Now I never remember what this is. Let's find out. That. A chest. Did I not make a chest? I did. Perfect. So that becomes 4x. One basic circuit. So Once it says basic circuit, it's actually a primitive circuit. Add that in there. Conductive ion energy. How many does it need? 6. So that. Got those, and just a CEF. Ta-da! Relatively easy. Now all we need is 4x conductive ion cables. Now, I know somewhere from an earlier quest that we made some conductive ion cables. So, add that in. It says I need 4. So it is save that, save that, save that. I need 2 rubber. Do I have enough rubber, I wonder? Yes. Yes, I do. Apparently I need to make some more stuff, so I need some iron dust. How much iron dust? 6. Will my mortar last? This is the question. 6 conductive iron dust, which we will heat up. Turn it into plates, make the cables, sorry, make the wires, wrap it with rubber, make the cables, ta-da. So I can make the rubber sheets up. Should be enough. Is that done? It is. Turn these into plates. Turn the plates into wires. Whew, so many steps. Right, so wrap that with that. Make that. Make that. Complete quest. Ta-da! Right, what we got next? We can claim this one as well. A primer on power. Unlike RF power, which is safe to transport in any conduit, EU power requires caution. The key is to always match or exceed the voltage and amperage of your power source with your cables and machines. Never, highlighted, hook up your CEF to a cable that has fewer amps than your CEF or battery buffer generates. For example, you must use 4x cable for a 4x CEF and 16x cable for a filled 16-slot battery buffer. Cables with insufficient amperage rating will burn and be destroyed. Similarly, your cable must match or exceed the voltage of your machines, or they will burn and be destroyed. Lots of burning and destruction. Never connect a machine to excessive voltage or it will vaporize. Touching a wire with connected EU power will injure or kill you, so for your safety, use cables instead. Cool. Putting it all together. Now that you have everything you need to power your machines, it's time to put it all together. Your steam dynamo needs burnable fuel like coal or sugarcane and water. It will output RF power through the excitation coil, the red bit at the top. The orientation of the steam dynamo can be adjusted with a crescent hammer if needed. Excuse me. Energy conduits can be used to transfer that RF power, but the dynamo can also output RF directly into a CEF by making the excitation coil touch the CEF. The CEF transports RF power into EU, outputting the resulting EU through the side with a red dot. The orientation can be adjusted using a wrench. Attach your conductive iron cables to the output side of the CEF. Now all you need are some Gregtech machines to hook up the cables. You can make whatever you want, but it's recommended you get these 2 first. The wire wheel will make crafting wires much easier, and the compressor will make plates from 1 ingot instead of 2. Already liking the sound of that. So, excuse me, bit of a cough today. Woohoo! Right, so we have a fuel supply, which is still nowhere near it. We have some space, and we need some machines made. Right, so let's get rid of this first, and let's do a crude layout for the time being. Let me go get a hammer to do some mining. What we'll do, And I also need my infinite water source. And of course, crescent hammer. So just over here, I'm going to make a hole, drop my infinite water source in here, and then I'm going to take my steam dynamo, crescent wrench, turn that round. Now I need fuel storage of some kind, so let's get this set up for the time being, and then, right, so CEF here. Cool. So water, slowly filling, CEF. Do I want it facing that way, or do I want to put the cables in the floor to make things a little bit easier to wander around? Let's put the cables in the floor. Always make more cables. I mean, especially once I've got the wire mill in place. I want that facing down. And we'll take our 4x cables. 2, 3. So I now have space for 2 machines, and those 2 machines will be the wire mill and the compressor. Okay, so let's just grab a stack of sugarcane, drop it in here. Perfect. Now have power, and it's charging our CEF up. The other thing I want is we'll grab a chest. We'll grab some iron. Do I have any iron on me? Nope, we need some more iron. 6. Yeah, no, that's not enough. Need more iron. Wow. I think we're out of iron. I'll get this cooked up. Because I would like a hopper. And this is a require plates. And there's 5 of them required. Do I not have any iron? I must have some somewhere, surely. Stibnite, nether quartz. Oh, it looks like another Omnicoin spend. To either side. Iron ore. Let's need 10. Turn these into plates. It's a wrench, isn't it? Grab another chest. And it's a bit manual at the moment, but it does the job. So, hopper into here, chest on top, make some space. And there we have it. We have our power system with a fuel supply going into our CEF. So we're all ready to make machines. So next episode, we'll start on taking some of the manual grindiness out of this. Slowly but surely we'll get to a fully automation. We'll get the wire mill made, we'll get the compressor made, and then we'll start expanding from there. So if you like this episode, feel free to give it a like, If you want to see more of these episodes, please feel free to subscribe. Until then, I wish you a pleasant day. Goodbye.